You're still watching New Vision TV News. Now let us take a look at some business news with Lynn Komjishe.
Today in business, Parliament has today passed the 40.5 trillion budget for the next financial year with a 20% increment compared to last year's 32 trillion. In this budget, government plans to spend 10.6 trillion in its operations. 7.7 trillion is development budget, while 9.4 trillion is external financing. The Works Ministry has received 6.4 trillion shillings, education 3.2 trillion shillings, energy 2.7 trillion shillings, health 2.5 trillion shillings, security 3.6 trillion, agriculture 1 trillion, justice, law and order 1.6 trillion shillings, and accountability 1.9 trillion shillings. The government plans to invest 297 billion Uganda shillings to increase bamboo growing countrywide. The 10-year project, starting in the next financial year, will be implemented by the National Forestry Authority. It will be funded by the Dutch SINO program through the International Center for Bamboo and Rattan. The consultant of the strategy, Dixon Kanso Langoya, said that their target is to plant 375,000 hectares by the end of the 10 years. Now, the Uganda Revenue Authority has expressed confidence to surpass the 2018-2019 16.3 trillion Uganda shillings target set by Finance Minister Matia Kasaija to finance government programs. With just over a month left to end the financial year, the taxman said they have so far collected 14.67 trillion Uganda shillings, which is 90% of the target, riding mainly on mobile money and other digital solutions to accelerate collection. Last year, the taxman fell short of the 15.063 trillion Uganda shillings target by approximately 557 billion Uganda shillings, although it registered a general increase in collections by 1.6 trillion Uganda shillings. Now, over the years, the taxman has continuously improved tax processes by leveraging appropriate technology to reduce the cost of doing business, increasing collections, as well as expanding the tax net. Edna Mubiru, the business editor, New Vision newspaper, joins us to shed more light on how the URA is set to pull this off. Well, hello there. My name is Lynn Komjishe. This is the Handshake here in New Vision TV. We take a look at what's happening in business and around us here. I have with me Edna Ruth Mubiru. Edna, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Lynn.
So the budget for the next financial year, 2019-2020, is about to be, delivered to us.
Yes.
However, URA is confident that it will beat the 2018-2019 16.3 trillion Uganda shillings target, of course, set by the finance minister, like he always does every financial year. However, we note that last year they fell short, yes. But now this time they are very confident that they'll meet the 16.3 trillion.
Yes.
What are they doing differently?
If I have the figures right, they have collected about 13 trillion so far, 13.5
I think they did 14
so far.
Because they said it is about 80-90%.
So, and we have 2 months.
Yeah.
We have a month or
actually
so.
Month,
yes, we have a month or so. So if they're at 90%, it means that 10%, considering there's a lot of activity towards the end of the financial year.
Yes.
Chances are high that's what they're banking on. Yes. But also they have deliberately gone out to push and ensure that the targets are met. There's been a lot of tax education.
Yes. They've
been pitching camp in different trade areas in Chikubo, and there's a lot of money in Chikubo.
A lot.
Yes. That we can sit in our offices and all, but the money that changes hands in Chikubo and downtown Kampala, like standard Kampala Road and downwards. That there's a lot of money changing hands over there. So they've gone out to these people. In the past, they used to estimate, they come assess, look at your business and assess and say this is what you owe us because you haven't been filing, or we don't think that what you're filing is the right amount. But then that approach, of course, is antagonistic. People do not want you to come and just assess, and they have to pay up a big chunk. So they changed approach. They've been doing a lot of tax education, and they've been working with these people in their businesses.
Right.
So definitely, if you're involved,
they've gone down.
Yes, to that, and they're talking to them and helping them to understand why it's important to pay taxes. So they've onboarded more taxpayers. There's a lot more compliance from the conversations we've had with them.
Yes.
So that could inform the confidence that they have. Thank you, Lynn.
In our Daily Pearl of Africa series, we look at River Ssezibwa. This relatively small river is found in the southern central part of Uganda, particularly Buyukwe district. In a drive of about 40 minutes from Kampala, one can get to this river. Its waterfall, known as Ssezibwa Falls, has various activities one can engage in, and some of them include camping, bird watching, rock climbing, and swimming. Let's take a look. Just like some of the rivers in Uganda, River Ssezibwa also starts from the wetlands of Lake Victoria. Its source is located in Buyukwe district near the town of Ngogwe. The falls on this river push through the rocks, providing a perfect view while at the side. There are legends surrounding this river. Ssezibwa is believed to have been born by a woman named Nankungu Tebatusa, whose husband was in Subugasewatu while on her way to Kavuma Bukunja. Nankungu Tebatusa is believed to have given birth to twins in form of water, which became River Ssezibwa and Bwanda. The name Ssezibwa is derived from a Luganda phrase, Ssezibwa Kubo, which translates into "my path can never be blocked," and this, the local says, because its flow could not be stopped even with different obstacles it encountered along its 150 kilometers long distance. On one side of these falls and the river is a small rainforest that is habitat to animals such as monkeys and birds, while on the other side is a beautiful mold ground with fig trees, and on the fringes are thickets of bamboo trees, shrubs and bushes. The activities that take place at this river include culture walks, which are provided by guides, bird watching, rock climbing, and extremely exciting camping experiences. For more Pearl of Africa stories, visit our website, which is newvision.co.ug/Pearl of Africa. Our newspaper, The Sunday Vision, is also another home of adventures. Grab your copy every Sunday for Pearl of Africa stories. We close the bulletin with a special report. Now, the thought of starting a business is sustainable, but managing a business from the thought is completely another chapter. Here is a poultry farmer, Ssezibwa, has mastered rearing over 80,000 birds on a large poultry farm. How does she do it? Let's take a look. We learn how one can easily manage a big number of chicken on a farm and gain tremendous profits. The major factor why some businesses fail is negligence by employers to monitor and effectively supervise their employees. A very unusual boss is Ssezibwa, who has reared chicken for over 5 years. She was an employee with NSSF but later quit to start up a more comfortable venture. After juggling 3 jobs, poultry farming is what she zeroed down to, and now owns a meat farm in Chiwenda on Gayaza Road that lies on 3.5-acre piece of land. Different from other bosses out there, Kansime does not leave the farm to her employees to manage. Rearing chicken became her full-time job. Her continued presence and monitoring the growth of her birds from when they are bought from the hatchery till when they are ready to be sold is the reason why she manages to rear over 30,000 birds on her farm. She practically raised all these from chicks to now money-making layers. On the farm, there are 3 blocks and each block has 3 rooms. On every block is a bigger room where she rears 3,004 birds, and the remaining 2 blocks on each block has at least 2,005 birds. This number does not include the over 8,000 chicks we profiled in our previous episode. Now, to ease the process of rearing this large number, Kansime opted for a battery cage system, which is predominantly used for laying hens worldwide. The battery cage system involves the arrangement of rows and columns of identical cages connected together in a unit. The cage system has tremendous advantages.
One of them is easy stock taking. It simplifies for you. You can know that in this room I'm missing this number of birds, or one is missing, what happened. 2, you easily identify the sick, because right now if I just saw like people who have dealt in poultry, you can look at the stool and you know these birds are sick. So if it is just a starting infection, you can identify which ones. So before you medicate the whole team, you can identify the sick ones easily. 3, it reduces on the work via fighting with workers. Because with deep litter, you have to make sure they change the water, they change the feed, like you saw how I told the gentleman to work on it. So it is a power struggle. If you're not there, you're not sure of what is being done. But with this one, your water flows systematically. So you're comfortable that the water is flowing and the birds are having enough. The only challenge comes in where the nipple is blocked and it is not bringing enough water. And those ones you can easily electrify. Okay. Then also the feed, they put in enough that you don't have to keep running after the worker to go back and put more feed. So it reduces most of the work, yes, and you find it's very easy for you.
However, the cage system comes with disadvantages.
It causes paralysis.
And even they become fat,
yes, that is if you don't measure for them the food, where you just say workers just put. But you're supposed to weigh the food that you give them and make sure that is what is put there and evenly spread. But it causes some birds to be fat, be extra fat, which reduces on the production.
You can get the full special report by visiting our website, which is newvision.co.ug/video. You can also get more news updates by following us on social media. Facebook is The New Vision, Twitter is @NewVisionY, Instagram is @NewVisionY, and our YouTube channel is New Vision TV. Catch up with me on my Twitter handle. I am Rothy The Voice. We end with a fact file.